that one art exhibit where I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started. I highly doubt it's as bad as you say, ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with the palette.
I like how she went from a strong Russian woman to like a mouse.
No, German.
German woman to like a mouse.
Mousy woman.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
What did that guy turn into?
I don't know.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But with the way Ma'am Hannah's leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her. That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look once she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
A smile is back on her face. When she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper. I would still put it away if I were for you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The sides crinkle in my grip, and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella! Isabella, are you all right? You're looking pale.
God help me.
Okay, sorry. I won't do it again.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that no, I'm not all right. I want to leave this place because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter and that woman in the attic.
And that Lydia.
It's real. And that Lydia. The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without looking like I've gone mad? Should I even tell them?
I mean, you would always want to show them the thing. I don't get fucking horror movies where they keep it to themselves. It's like, hey, I've been seeing a kid that died a week ago in my visions with a knife. You should know.
Show it.
Okay.
I blurted out before I could think twice about what I'm going to say. Rose, we need to get out of here. This place is cursed. Rose cast a nervous glance at the people in the room.
They use sleepy bed socks for your 5 gift subs.
Oh my gosh.
That's not scary.
Most are still engaged in a conversation with their peers, but those curious enough to turn their heads in our group's direction have been given her trademark saleswoman smile. A tight expression is on her face when she pulls me aside.
Oh. Isabella, we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all.
Why don't you look and face me? You always talk to me over your shoulder when you're nervous.
This is what I do when I'm scared, Rose, okay? I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof enough? She gently reaches out to pluck the paper off my hand. Without even taking a glance at it, she folds it back neatly.
Look, I'm really getting worried about you.
I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important. Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
No, you don't understand. There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine.
You're burning up. You have a sunburn on your cheeks.
That's just how my cheeks look. But this place isn't normal, and you're being stubborn about it. Oh, before Rose could open her mouth for a retort, a hand lands on both of our shoulders, pulling the two of us a distance closer.
Hey, ladies. What seems to be the problem here?
Oh, nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it seems certainly intense. A smile fits the two of you better, in my opinion. Oh, did you know I'm the dick? Especially darling little Lily here.
He gives my shoulder a gentle squeeze, while an inscrutable smile spreads across his face. It's Isabella, sir.
Of course, but my point still stands. And with the two beautiful ladies here, I am sure.
I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling. The pressure on my shoulder lifts as soon as those words leave his wife's lips, while the scowl on her face is like a splash of cold water on me.
He looks so sad, like he just caught, stealing a cookie from the cookie jar.
Like, what do you mean I can't sexually harass these women?
But let me be a piece of shit, come on.
It's also impossible to miss the displeased frown on Miss McCullough's face. The realization that we might lose the sale because of my outbursts instantly dawns on me. Rose will be beyond pissed. I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back. Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit.
Also, am I gonna be the only one to acknowledge how Rose is the only one here with anime-colored hair, and everyone else is normal? No?
True.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can't be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait.
The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler, eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Rose could have dyed her hair. She's got green eyebrows and eyelashes.
That's true.
Who would
They're
go
really dark
to
green.
that level?
She's just green.
She's metal.
Hey, I'm not angry.
Green pubes.
Oh, gosh.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it, nevertheless, more as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. But I have this nagging feeling that one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it. Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly, and we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery.
But I think...
Why would you just want to buy a gigantic fucking mansion?
I don't know. That's
I just don't get the appeal.
Not into it either. But I think, look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are gonna do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops. What? Wait, no. I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more how you feel than I don't, you know what I mean. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, idiot. Look, all I'm asking for you is to take a seat somewhere. I can see you and, you know, like, maybe handle things from now. Wait, I forgot somewhere, so it's very confusing. Just sit somewhere! You're clearly not yourself.
You're doing a tour, so I'd have to follow you around the whole place.
Well, have someone, like, carry this chair or something. I don't know. Okay. You're clearly not yourself. I honestly could use some time not worrying when you fall over or not. The day, I'm apparently losing the ability to read as I'm going on. The day is not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
She clasps her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand. To some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself, at the unlucky turn of the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine, okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
Wow, we're a normie?
At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easier to forget any mishaps that happened. For some reason, just giggling a little bit erases that horrible memory of that fucking ghost.
And those feet.
Coming towards me. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we Gucci?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this for now.
Are we Gucci, though?
No. But
wow.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your checks yet. Just stay here, alright? Don't even think about going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxburn myself to have that minor bump checked.
Stop talking about my boner.
No. Or at least wait for me to call someone who will fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can even voice one word of complaint. Wait, come back. I need to voice a word of complaint.
What?
I don't like this.
Too bad. And then I close the door.
She's gone. After I voiced a word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors lingered in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies gathered some ways across from me is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, an occasional laughter and teasing there. I smiled to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months.
Is this a game where you can get laid?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help? Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter, personal convictions and all.
You want to fuck a ghost? I mean, I'd fuck a ghost. Why not?
Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Well, whatever way works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, and the call finally connects, and...
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
I think that's his voice.
I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Shit.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City.
What?
Baggers, watch out.
Shit.
Can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
How loud is this thing
I'm a cool
even?
Dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup,
A sharp ringing fills the entire hall, disrupting the pleasant quiet that has settled. Soon enough, heads begin to turn in search of the source, mine included. My eyes dart around the small crowd before zeroing in on a lone figure crouched behind the same group of old people, checking out the decor moments ago. He is facing away from me, fumbling with something in his hand.
Answer your phone, dude!
What the fuck? But I don't need to see his face to know whose back it is. Oh, I'd recognize that dumb parka anywhere. Without bothering to end the call, I march towards him. Please end the call.
Pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Wait, what does it say?
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City.
They're saying what he's saying.
Can't beat me. Looking for trouble.
Good job, Chad.
Cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy.
After what happened today, I'm really not in the mood to deal with this.
Baggers, watch out. Can't beat me.
Please.
Sorry, I'm gonna trace my chat. It's great.
For an Asian guy.
Of all the times to leave it. Oh, I gotta fix this.
Ashton Frey. What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for not having recorded. He jumps, lets an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out from his grip. It bounces from one hand to the other in his poor attempt to catch it, before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack.
You know, they couldn't find, fun fact, they couldn't find an actual sound effect for that, so the creator of this game had to actually drop his own phone to record that sound. Yeah, so he lost the phone to make this game.
Wow, his phone was really... I mean, like, couldn't he have just, like, dropped it from a smaller height?
I guess you could say you feel kind of sorry for the phone, huh?
I kind of feel sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day that you catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Huh. An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too-quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and his cheeks. In another universe where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable.
Oh shit, hang on, I think I gotta go propose for somebody. SJ Greek 98 for 200 bits says, Cry, can you do me a favor? And okay, so this is a 200-bit request, so I gotta give him a 200-bit, you know, performance here.
Right, of course.
Samantha, Alex wants to marry you, I guess? Question mark? There you go.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Endearing, even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxiously calm and collected disposition.
Sorry, I'm really in transfer chat right now. I'm super distracted. Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know?
What? And I missed that look on your face? No way. Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
Tell me about
it. For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damages or scratches seems to be more interesting activity than explaining himself. Ash.
Well, I was considering becoming a Pokemon master. But, the game plot decided that I would like to purchase a house.
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
He's messing with me. Ashton, I'm not in the mood. What are you doing here? He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I follow his gaze, but before I can figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by. It was my rap. Would you like to hear it? Okay,
yep.
Cool. Wait, what the fuck?
It's a backlog.
Oh god. Shit.
Let's hear your rap.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Bad guys, watch out because you can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Why the frick do you show me backlog when I scroll?
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And fucked up. So, here I am. Figured, you'd still be busy, and, so I rode around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have a mandatory sign-in sheets for clients. Ash, I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how often he looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially about the part of the letter. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I think I'll ever... Oh god. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he's helped me, even without me asking for it. But stuff like ghosts and the supernatural? He'll never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend. Except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. Ashhole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach.
You know what? I feel like we could have gotten this experience without knowing all this information. Like, it's not really necessary to know this, is it?
I guess it's just building up character.
Yeah, but like, do we really have to know all that?
Depends on how long the story is.
Yeah, I guess so.
I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope. Over my dead body. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong? I clicked the button. I'll do it again.
Nothing. Thank you for clicking it again. So let's just go.
Okay. Well, doesn't look like nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift ends around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, this is Bill! Wait up!
Catch me!
Get over!
She's fucking running.
Shit, fucking sprinted.
A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out once, twice.
Isabella! Isabella!
The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back. Shadows beckoning.
Isabella. Isabella.
Yes, mansion? No! I don't look back. We spend the ride back to Luxembourg City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fill it with it until the signal settles or it's just on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are signs, I know that there are things he's been itching to ask ever since we left the mansion.
Question, what's furtive?
Probably like quick, I think. I'm using context clues there.
I can do it.
I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me with a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Oh my god. I look so apologetic about it.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Listen, Isabella, I feel horrible about that.
The glare I sent him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear, he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip him the bird and I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap. I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
I always have one on my person. I look so... What is with that?
Worried, like you were so anxious right now.
Oh my god. And you look like you were about to pass out back there.
Yeah, you have to sound like you're about to throw up.
Have you eaten lunch yet? Oh my god, that was in the game. That was neither of us. That was the game, Chad. I want you all to know, okay? Jesus Christ.
He doesn't want you to think that we have empty tummies.
Yeah.
I don't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly and I get an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there. I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me, though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years, growing up. A thanks, and then I tear open the package and start nibbling on the edge of the bar.
Do it.
Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to sit down with someone who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go? Jesus, I look like a model.